got ourselves Amarok over for the team to array to go as an elemental. I like it. We got us a chill piss in the back. Oh, he completed the full on. He completed the full plunder, dude. The full plunder, boy. That's gonna be Dax first up versus Perfected. Are you plundering? Oh no, this guy's a Dreadlord. This guy is an outlaw. What are these swords he got going on? That's CBC, right? Trinket. That's going to be Dax backing up out of there. Perfected grapple hooking over, trying to see if he can get a nice little dispatch in. But Dax is going to go for yet another leap. And he's going to get the second win. For Perfected, he's diving back into stealth. The more he can stay in stealth or in between shadow dances, the longer he can prolong that adrenaline rush. If Dax can get him in CC though out of stealth, he can actually really cut down on the uptime of that adrenaline. Does go for the spear. Trinket to follow. Perfected is Cloak of Shadows just so he can walk away from the spear. It is going to be a quick charge for Dax as he goes in for a bit of a defensive intro. A Stormbolt as a grapple hook comes out. The Rogue does not have a trinket for this one. Could go for a vanish without adrenaline, but that thing is coming back up very soon though. Dax tried to see if he could find the guy. He did end up using, I think, a Battle Master Chicken just to give himself a bit of health. Second one is letting him keep up a lot of healing, though. He's able to catch up quite a bit, but the Rogue able to land yet another cheap shot on the Worgen as he goes in. Full cooldowns, ready to go. No evasion for the Rogue, but he's still got so much damage, just puncturing right through the armor of the Worgen into an immediate ambush. Face versus the Warrior charges back in to get some pressure rolling in, but that's a rough one, man. That's Rogue without that evasion. They recently nerfed the cooldown reduction on that evasion too, so it's actually like you can see how fast or how slow it is. It is still fairly quick. It is not as quick as it was, so I think it's a bit better for melee classes, but it is still fairly quick. Cordic trying to see if he can capture Perfected, still able to just feeding him those meatballs back to back. Ambushes are coming in as he got himself the full between the eyes combos, wombos. He's got himself evasion as well. No Cloak of Shadows, maybe vanish very soon. No blind available. Perfected looking to get himself as much healing as possible. Cordic, if you got a root around the corner. Oh no, he swapped the totem to one side, then you put it to the other, but Perfected was walking way away from it. He made the right call, trying to see if he can disengage out of that pillar specifically. For Cordic though, eyes are available for either side. He's kind of hanging by that root totem, because if the Rogue is going to open up on him, he is going to get rooted. But for Perfected, I think he's going to buy himself some time. The Rogue is fairly low on health. Cooldowns are down for him for a little bit. So actually for Cordic, this is one of those things that we get to observe with the spectator mode, but the competitors do not. The tracking of the defensives, the tracking of cooldowns, the tracking of health, that is going to be a root onto Perfected. Does land another stun before the Shaman completely walks away. That is going to be a static totem for just a second. Good position totem, but no Cloak of Shadows for the Rogue. Big defenses up for Cordic though, so he's got himself some healing as well as some DR as well. Perfected just used up all of his stuns. Gouge to follow as Lava Bursts are going to be fed to this man. Earthshock, Lava Bursts right after, trying to go for a Shadow Melt. Has himself advantage because he used to get the shot. It is going to be very DR. Does go for the knockback with a root. Vanish out of the Rogue. That's going to be Sit pick up. Cordic could pick up the eyes. Should be able to see the Rogue, I think. A Flame Shock should be on him. I think a root totem or even a static totem. Or what is it? Light chain link totem? I don't even remember. Root totem does end up getting him out. Wizard of Sun, it's Bronco. Blind from a mile away. Look at the distance. The blind, dude, was so far away. It's wild, actually. I love that about Outlaw, just how far he just throw pocket sand at somebody. But when you think about it compared to other rogues, it is wild how far you really got advantage on. Oh, it's going to be a big lava burst sent by Cordic, but Perfected able to veer behind the pillar, utilizing the cover. Should be able to get a stun. May get a stun right here to lock down some of the pressure from the Shaman as he's just absolutely blasted the hell out of the Rogue. Oh, he might just go down. Lava burst. He trinketed. Earthshock. I think he's down. Hold on. He's got no health. Wait, he's healing up a little bit. Oh, but an Earthshock burns the boy down into the ground with Amarok up next, charging in. Big Stormkeeper. Does he have himself the big Zapper? That's going to be a wall as Cordic sees a Stormkeeper with an Elemental Blast. Amarok is probably playing the Lightning build, isn't he? If I were to assume, maybe I'm assuming correctly, maybe I'm not assuming correctly, but maybe he's playing for that Lightning Bolt Wombo combo. My goodness. As Amarok does get hit with the Lava Burst. Static Totems are for both of them right now. Amarok trying to see if he can get himself a setup. Lightning Lasso by Cordic. Are you Lightning Shaman? You might be playing a Lightning Shaman build. I can't tell. I really can't tell. He's got the Earthshock or Frostshock combos. Yes, he is lightning build. He's got to get Interrupt on nature though. So it's going to be weird. They got an actual lava bursting, lava slinging Cordic versus a lightning Amarok. I like it though. You can get yourself a very nutty combo with a big Stormkeeper, but you really need to get that setup going. Though I feel like with the Lightning Shaman, you do have a bit more freedom with the Frost Shocks, Earth Shocks kind of combo, and you get quite a lot of them. Does have himself Ascendance, a random proc either way. Got himself Massive Stormkeeper. Cordic could be in a lot of trouble. This is where it's going to be Amarok trying to see if he can get around him. Big Stormkeeper blasted him, but Cordic able to escape. Both Shamans looking for a bit of a reset as we're heading into that 5-minute 30-second dampener time, boys, with a 26% dampener. Rolling in on us. Don't let rogues go first. They need to go last. I would put it rogues in the back burner. Come on. I'd agree with that, Skywalker, if it was subtlety rogues, but like, is Outlaw really in the same ballpark as subtlety? I mean, I guess like it's rogues, right? F rogues in the first place. Yeah. Gonna be a light lasso for Cordic. At this point, dude, if you play a rogue, unless you're just perfectly okay with everybody thinking that you're the bad guy, there's just nothing you can do. Amarok, I see what you're trying to do. You're trying to go for Ellie Blast into Lightning Bolt so you can get the double, triple Lightning Bolt combos. I see what you're trying to do. I see the combos you're trying to pull off. Cordic trying to see if he can get himself a bit of a better situation here. Is going to be a Lightning Lasso around the corner either way. They're trying to go for a bit of a knock, but Amarok goes for a knock of his own. Got himself a big Stormkeeper. Let's see if Frostshock combos. It's going to be a root around the corner. Amarok might be able to get himself a decent setup here. Try to see if he can make those zaps work, but the lava bursts are really feeding Amarok full with the light lasso around the corner. Trinket is available. Trying to go for a bit of a healing surge. Got himself a bit of casting. It's going to be Static Tone and put him out in the open. Trying to go for a knockback onto Cordic, but I don't think they're connected. Trying to see if he can pin him in that spot as well. An interrupt right now for Cordic. Is it going to be enough though? Amarok has no help whatsoever. Wall is available, but Cordic cannot follow up from there on. So Amarok gives himself at least a second here. Lava Burst sent in onto that, what is it? The Tangling Totem? The Root Totem? Just gonna go with the Root Totem. That's gonna make it easier. As Amarok, he's got himself the Ellie out by the looks of it, or at least an Ellie buff from somewhere. As I think, did neither of you have Ellie? Both of you got Ellie buff. Like, the Ellie is lit up in your cooldowns, but I'm not seeing either one with an Ellie. Unless there's like an extra defensive you can get with an Ellie. Or maybe there was a defensive, like the extra health maybe? Maybe that's what it's supposed to be. Big blasters on Cordic. Doesn't get knocked back at all. Amarok kind of out in the open. This is where Cordic needs to find a way to follow up, but Amarok able to knock him. That's going to be a Static Totem to reposition the guy. Like the last to keep him in place. Trying to go for a Stun Totem. Does not connect. Cordic pushing in. He wants to see if he can end this game right now. Interrupt Normal Nature. Amarok trying to see if he can bounce out of here if possible. You need Earthshock, Frostshock combos. Trying to go for Lightning Bolts. Cordic got no cooldowns to work with anymore. He's just trying to see if he can end this. He needs those Lava Burst procs where Amarok can just Lightning Bolt for free, and that's going to be the Lava Burst. Took him a bit as we hit at the 8-minute mark. Chill Pills up next versus Cordic. Does get hit with the root, trying to utilize his Wraithwalk in order to bail out of there. That's going to be burrowed down. Should be able to grip the Shaman away from the pillar, but he does end up rounding the bend while burrowed under. That's going to be not a Frost DK on Holy Death Knight. Full Army of the Dead versus Cordic. AMS up for Chill Pills, able to burn through the AMS super quickly, knocking back the pens, but the DK isn't going anywhere at all. Massive execute, and he does claw him down very quickly. Who's up next? Is it going to be Madara? Is it going to be Young? Is it going to be Burnison? One of you guys got to go, because Shilpa's got himself a Death Strike. He wants to see if he can maybe capitalize on it. We are 45% dampener. Chills is not going to be able to get any kind of healing here unless he starts sacrificing his ghouls. Grip. Big Death Strike while he's got it. That's going to be an immediate leg sweep by Burnson. Got himself full Zoen. Chilpa's looking to see this as best possible. Quick blindage. Burnson does not have a way to break out of the blind. He only got himself a human racial to break out a stun. So actually for Chills, he's avoiding all of this burst out of the monk, which is valuable. He's got Zoen chasing after him. Maybe he can get a couple of Death Strikes off of that thing. That's really about it. Stun around the corner. Burnson does not pop a trinket at all. That's where Chills, I think, was trying to see if he can get something out of this man. Able to do quite a bit of damage if he can keep him in line of sight. That Clawing Shadows can do quite a number. It's actually quite good. Burnson just stacking up a little bit of damage off of that pet. That's all he could really do. Gonna be a full summon up pet for Chill Pills. Got his whole, got his Hobie buffed up and everything. Army joins in. Karma to follow. That's gonna be AMS for Chills. I think he might just want to commit here, right? Unless, hold on. Quite a bit of range damage. That's going to be the Execute, but the Execute does it. It reverses back as Karma towards Chill Pills. IBM's out of that stun. Burns it on no health. Just needs a bit more damage. Let's get himself yet another Execute taking him out. The Executes in a 1v1 setting are actually so good. Madara getting yoinked in as Chill Pills trying to again capitalize on yet another Death Strike. Quick blind into Madara while he's got some cooldowns rolling in. That's where you want to keep the bets onto Madara if you want to slow him down too. Stun as he tried to go in for a hunt. Madara does go for the trick and super late. Still got himself a hunt in case he needs to, but the man is just getting cleaved down. Oh my god! Chills just absolutely clawing the boy into two, immediately slowing down Young Disciple, or rather I think the maybe the Magus of the Dead is the one doing a bit of that slow, and Pet is on Young, is going to take a bit of damage. Chilpas just needs to be very careful. Goes in, quick cheeky little Death Strike, trying to see if he can bail away, though he doesn't want to fight the monk if he can help it. Lexi for the both of the entire team, in fact, or Heyman Hawkins at the very least, does get himself a defensive, but I think the monk is going to be able to take it. Also, look at Hawkins, he's at no health. Hawkins just got cleaned down so hard. Young doesn't even touch him, but look at Hawkins, he's just dead. What is happening? Deathsweep is going to be up next. And the Young, I think he's just trying to see if he maybe give himself like a little bit of recovery. Deathsweep is giving him as much of an auto dose as possible. Young is also trying to be very courteous here. Right? He's trying to be like, okay, hold on a second. I didn't think they just let Hawkins recover. I don't think it was Deathsweep trying to give Young a chance to recover. They were just trying to make sure that Hawk is stabilized. And I think Young was also looking at his health as well. Young got himself a bit of defense. So Deathsweep looking to chase. Does Young have anything? Ring of Peace is going to keep the Demon Hunter at bay for a little bit. Imprison around the corner. Young got no health. Next stun is going to be the end. Hunt, Karma. And Deathsweep is just going to back up out of there. Young needs to catch up as much health as he can. 63% dampening isn't giving you any dividends whatsoever. Trinkets are up for Deathsweep, so he's okay. Stun lockdown onto Young. Does he have a second stun to follow? He does have a second stun to follow. I think it's just done. Unless Young can maybe survive. He's looking for a heal. Defense is available, but not enough health to really work with. That's going to be a trick out of Deathsweep. Parry to follow. I-Beam just cleaves right through it. There's nothing you could do. What was that damage by my man Chill Pills there at the end? What was that? My goodness. Let's get ourselves another one going, boys, yeah? Yo, hit me up, Wes or Chills if you guys need more homies, and I'll join and we'll get the groups up and running, yeah?